last we left off, you guys had been, shall we say, contacted in various methods, whether by uh, pigeon or by cat, by the Emerald Enclave. You guys proceeded to see, familiar to some, not so much to others. And you were offered a position within the Emerald Enclave, or to assist with a job for those either who wish to join or who are already in the Emerald Enclave, by the demigod Jareth. You guys accepted. Some of you joining the Emerald Enclave, some of you already being part of the Emerald Enclave, and some of you abstaining and going along with those who already were. At which point you guys headed out to the outer city limits on Elkback, interestingly enough, out to the farms in Undercliff.
They weren't no real
to
elk.
investigate to investigate a scarecrow that seems to have come to life and begun slaughtering livestock and terrorizing the people. You guys, after some investigation, found one scarecrow out in the fields. You guys proceeded to battle and defeat it. And then after it becoming quite late and you being tired, you managed to, of course. Wow. You moved to Undercliff Village, where you spent the night. At this point, you are awakening to the sounds, if I can find it,
Of silence. No, wait. Which one is it?
sounds. No, to the sounds of the town around you. The walls being fairly thin here, and a light breeze.
I should note that I'm sleeping by myself. Are we waking up to? Because the other four are in 2 rooms.
Yes.
Are we all waking up together, or how are we gonna proceed here?
I don't know. What exactly are you guys doing? Because you could technically sleep in if you wanted to. So it all depends. But for those of you who do wish to wake up, there is food available. It's about $1 for a decent meal.
Okay, I'm gonna wake up bright and early and get to eating.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
I'm gonna do the same. Smell the food and all that, and
Whilst the food is a little bit more meager than you're used to in town, there is still some dried meats, some fruit, and bits of somewhat stale bread. But it is a decent meal.
it's your favorite. I'm gonna turn to Ivar and point to the bread.
The bread's bad. Don't they make it here?
I wave the bread in the air. I'm happy with stale bread.
I mean, food's food. It's fine.
Indeed. So, at this point, you guys are free to your own devices. What do you wish to do?
Well, we still have 2 other places to check, right?
Yeah, to the north.
Okay.
Yes, places that have reported incidents.
There could be more than just 2. Could be more than 3.
Do we want to ask around and see if anybody's heard anything?
Oi, barkeep! I'm gonna shout.
Oi.
This very tired-looking gentleman kind of wanders over to the bar in front of you. Yeah, what can I do for you?
So, we're just passing by, me and my friends over here. We're trying to track down some of the killer scarecrows around here. Have you heard anything like that?
it's not darn it. Well, from what I can say, people around here haven't been getting much sleep due to the shrieks and things that we hear from animals getting spooked or people running in fear. Other than that, from what I've heard, just things going bump in the night, I guess.
You wouldn't have any
A lot
idea.
of people ranting and raving about scarecrows.
You wouldn't have any idea who stands to benefit from such chaos, would you?
Probably not. I know I certainly am not, and I can't imagine who would be benefiting who lives around here anyway.
Well, we're headed north from here. We came from the south from, what's the name of the village down there? Oh, it's not a village, it's just a little...
It's not a village. It's just literally just a farm down on Undercliff Way.
Yeah, it just came from the south from the little farmyards down there. So, hopefully you won't have to scream and yell about the Scarecrows anymore for a while.
That'd be nice. I'd like to get a night's sleep for once.
Well, I don't know about yous. I'm gonna turn to the rest of the team, but I'm about ready to hit the road.
I don't see much reason to stick around.
Yeah, I'm eager to get this over with.
Let's get on with it.
Okay. So you guys, I assume, head out. Where are you headed? Are you
To
headed
the
north,
north.
south?
Just up the
North.
road, maybe?
Yeah, to the north. That's where
Okay.
the next Scarecrow sighting was.
Mm-hmm.
So as you move further and further north, first off, the sounds of the town fade away, and you are left with the sound of wind blowing through.
Gross.
The further north you move, you notice it becoming more and more... How do I put this? It's a lot quieter out here, for one. Obviously, both with the fact that there are less people out here, but it's an eerie silence. No people, no movement, no animals. Lots of wind, the occasional creak from a house. Nothing else. It is dead silent out here.
No animals, but do we see fields that ought to have animals in them?
Yes. There are fields where you suspect should be animals penned up, and probably people tending to crops. But
We should
there's nobody here.
investigate.
I'm gonna use my staff to knock on my walking staff to knock on the first door that I meet after we leave the town. So like if we're somewhere around here,
Yeah.
I'm gonna knock on a door, just the first one, just to see if anybody answers. I think this is out of character because Effie's muted, but I think that...
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, you were saying things.
No, I wasn't saying things. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna, because I hear Andrew doing that, and I'm
Oh.
not really sure if that's in character. I think it is. I don't know what he's doing.
I would imagine so. So you knock on the door.
Mm-hmm.
The silence has made him uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
The silence would make anybody uncomfortable. There is no response from the door.
Can I try to open the door?
Yep.
Okay.
Pardon
So
me,
you
you
try-
trying to break into someone's house?
We need to find out what happened
So
to
you-
these people.
So you check the door.
Mm-hmm.
It is
I just
unlocked.
unlocked. Yeah, I'll open the door and go in or look in a little.
Okay. So looking inside, it's a pretty meager household.
Mm-hmm.
What you can see, a couple of bits of furniture, couple of cupboards, and there's nobody in here, as far as you can tell. And it looks like things were moved hastily. You can see bits and pieces of dust that have kind of gathered in certain places, and then there's just patches where there is no dust whatsoever. It looks like this place has been either abandoned or people have just taken stuff and gone.
It looks. I'm gonna turn to the rest of the team. It looks like they just up and left in a hurry. Do y'all see any scarecrows around? I'm gonna try to look for scarecrows in the fields or something.
I also looked for scarecrows.
As I.
Perception check.
Now you can assist each other, or you can all roll separately. But
Probably
Fun.
assist.
I'm gonna assist.
We all hold hands with Paradin.
Go ahead.
everybody's
Baron.
looking around.
I am gonna roll
By our
again.
powers combined.
I'm
Yeah,
rolling.
roll again.
I roll again.
Roll again, Paradin.
For. Oh.
Okay. So you look around in the fields, in particular, I assume, because that's usually where you find scarecrows,
Mm-hmm.
and you do see two scarecrows.
I see 2 scarecrows down. Where are they? Can you point them?
So between these buildings from where you're standing, you can see one just about here,
Oh yeah,
and it looks like there's one here.
yeah. I'm gonna point to them, to the team. Should we try the same strategy we did yesterday?
I mean, it seemed to work.
Mm-hmm.
Do you all want to light torches before we go try this out this time?
That sounds like a good idea.
Do you think we'll spook the scarecrow if we show up with torches?
I'm going to cast Unseen Servant.
Okay. I
So,
assume you're ritual casting it, so 10 minutes
ritual
later.
casting. So yeah, 10 minutes.
You should have your servant carry the water.
I mean, yeah. That's the plan.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, is there a well nearby that we can try to fill a bucket with?
Yes, there is one behind these 2 houses.
Good.
Go do that.
I don't think I have anything.
So there is a bucket there, so it doesn't really take very long. But you now have a bucket of water.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's a good idea to take care of the fire afterwards.
Yeah, considering you almost lit an entire field on fire last time.
Mm-hmm. We don't want to make this worse than it is already.
Food grows back. It's fine.
Especially if there's nobody here to eat the food. I mean, I suppose there's nobody to tend the fields either. They'll come back.
It's pretty easy to find people to work. The hard part is finding people to
Yeah,
stay in
well,
a place when
here's
they keep
the
dying.
problem. You've obviously never heard of a good deed never goes unpunished. So
Oh yeah. So
it depends on how angry people get about it.
does everybody have a
Yeah,
torch?
like when we rescued hostages and then somebody got chased across town.
Yeah, basically.
Ran from the cops with no explanation.
I should have a
Yes.
torch in my
My explanation
explorer
is
pack,
they
right?
stormed into the room with every direction with weapons. Easy explanation.
So I asked if
Kinda
everybody has a
normal when
torch
you break into places.
because I do have torches. I have 8, but I like hoarding them because
I have extras. I will hand one out to everyone that doesn't have one.
Okay.
I'll take one.
I'll carry one as well as my main weapon at the moment. So
I will also take one because I do not have one actually. I only have
Excellent.
candles.
what Effie, what happens to torches that we use? Like, do we just reuse them?
So torches effectively can burn for a total, I believe it's 10 minutes that each torch can burn for.
Mm-hmm. So we're probably gonna need like one torch.
After that point, yeah.
Per-
After that point, the torch is
So
useless.
inefficient. People need to invent electricity.
Torches are terrible. Let
me
they
just
smell.
double
I mean,
check the
this is
exact
why we
time.
have candles, which take a really long time to burn out.
Yeah.
Torches
on.
are an hour.
We need
Are they
some
an
kind
hour?
of
Yeah.
kind of torch candle.
Okay, that's my bad then. Yeah.
Torch
So-
candles. I
so
mean, we have that. It's called
technically-
lighting the field on fire.
We shouldn't do that.
that
though.
would resolve the entire quest chain.
Oh, it would.
Yeah.
It would create a new
I mean, it
quest
would
chain.
resolve a
Well,
lot of
that's
people's
assuming-
quest chains, just not our own.
Also, I'm pretty sure the Emerald Enclave would get pissed at you for doing something like that.
They wouldn't give us cheese anymore.
This is why we should have played during a season that wasn't full of fields full that are grown. Then it wouldn't be a problem if we played the winter version.
This is what happens when you play in the spring. You chose your own fate.
Did we choose? I didn't know that. I took
Yeah,
the
yeah,
win.
we voted
Everybody
for what season
voted.
we're gonna play.
Oh, I
think
forgot.
I voted for
I
winter.
forgot.
And I think everybody else voted for spring, like unanimously.
I forgot about it.
There was the majority vote was spring. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like though.
So,
haven't
winter
these
one.
Scarecrows only been attacking like livestock and the crops.
For now.
So this would have been like a really. Like, what would they have done if it was winter? There's nothing to attack.
Yes, there would have been.
What, people?
You still have animals that are boarded up in barns and
It's,
things.
or maybe it's harder for us to detect what's going on. They could still be like
Yeah.
upset, but
Yeah, animals aren't seasonal.
No, I just meant that maybe it's. I mean, they're scarecrows. I don't know what their strength is. Can they open? Like, can they break open a barn door?
oh, I'm sure they can. Did you
Don't
see
know.
the thing we fought?
I would imagine, yes.
Yeah. So the plan
Weird.
is to have the torches, and do you? My question for the time was, do you think we're gonna need 2 torches, one for each of these, or can we use the same if we hurry? Like, would I know that?
Pretty sure we should do it in a rotation. Like, we should one person should have a torch, be running at the Scarecrow, and then cycle through.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't-
combat
I don't-
doesn't take all that long. We light them up, we go fight it, we put them out.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, let's do that then.
We also have some characters that can just create fire.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Really, what we need is the water, not the fire.
Nope. Don't have those for me. So I'm gonna.
I can just burn things with my mind. We just need buckets of water.
I
so
wish
the
I had a
paladin's happy.
bucket.
I mean,
I'm
it's
gonna
not
say
really your mind, but yeah.
I'm gonna say 10 minutes have passed, and I have unseen servant.
Okay. So, if you guys are heading out to the first, which Scarecrow are you heading to first?
Maybe this
I
one.
put an arrow on one.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're starting
we-
to head towards there.
Do we have a battlefield?
Well, that depends on whether or not it's an actual Scarecrow.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
do you think we should sneak up on it? Because we have no. Do we actually have any clues that, like, do we see any footprints?
I don't.
Make an investigation check.
Investig.
Or actually, you're looking for footprints. This would be survival.
Oh yeah, because it's a tracking skill.
Mhm.
There it is. Mm-hmm.
Thank goodness.
Okay. So first thing that you notice, because I know how your natural explorer works,
Mm-hmm.
you do see telltale signs of a lot of people, as well as what looks like carts and probably oxen tracks, you'd imagine, heading south towards Undercliff Village from this location, and leading up from the road as well. Other than that, in this current location, like around here specifically,
Mm-hmm.
you don't see any telltale signs of the similar tracks that were left behind by what you presume is the other Scarecrow.
So I'm gonna point out the tracks of everybody to the team, and I'm gonna say, yeah, they definitely look like they up and left, but I can't tell for sure if those Scarecrows are gonna be, well, if they're gonna be any of the Scarecrows that we're looking for. Do you think we should sneak up on it, or just, passingly torch it up a little bit? And I'm gonna pat my torch.
Not gonna be. Not too sure how its ability to perceive the world looks, as it is just a creature of hay. But sure, we can try sneaking up on it.
So I'm gonna.
Why discriminate? Simply burn them all.
Mhm.
That's also a good, valid point.
Thunder, what say I approach it stealthily, and you torch it up from afar, just to see what happens?
Were you even effective against it before?
Oh, I got a torch now, and I don't want it to attack you. See, I'm a little bit better at defense and all that.
How close are we to it?
Depends on how far you guys approach. So if you're about here, it's probably, let's see here. You are
Yeah, I would
about
say
500 or so feet away.
I would say we're still back there. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're about 500 feet from there.
Let's close in to maybe 100 feet.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. So 100 feet.
And then burn.
You're nearing the edge of the field.
Cool.
The last one didn't even move, did it? It just stayed on the post.
Correct.
It hopped off the post when the fight
After
proper began.
we approached, or
Yeah,
after
yeah.
it was approached,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So closing to within 100 feet, you do get a better look at it. Looks like a rotting pumpkin for a head, clearly stuffed with hay, and it is currently up against a post. Looks like a mundane Scarecrow.
Light it up.
Light it up.
Torch it.
So, Thunder, are you attacking this thing, or what are you doing?
Yes.
Okay. So first things first, I need you to make an attack roll. Actually, hold on a second. What is your range on
120
Your-
feet.
120 feet? Okay, so you are within range. So go ahead and make an attack roll.
Fireball is badass. Well, that's a really good roll.
Okay,
Yeah.
so go ahead and roll damage.
And work. Oh, 3
Okay.
fire damage.
So you fire off the shot, and it goes whistling by and impacts the Scarecrow.
Yeah.
Scarecrow catches fire and starts burning
Yeah.
and does not react.
I'm gonna run up there. I'm gonna take my
Okay.
cloak off, and I'm
Alright.
gonna try to like pat the fire down. I don't know if anybody else is gonna be doing it. If
I
anybody,
can help you smother the fire.
Yeah.
yeah, we don't need to use.
Probably a good idea.
So we don't need to use up the water immediately, is what I mean to say. Just save it for, because the cloak is a good way to pat the fire down if it's not too big.
It's not too big yet. It is starting to catch rather quickly, though.
Yeah,
So you're gonna have to hurry.
I am running.
But if you guys immediately run over there, it's probably within a good 10 seconds or so. The fire has definitely gotten bigger by the time you've gotten there, but it's probably still small enough that you could pat it out. Though you do risk getting a burn or two as you
okay,
do so.
I'm gonna go for it.
Not a problem.
Okay. Let's make this a skill check here. I'd say make a survival check.
Okay, both of us.
Try and put this thing out efficiently. I mean, if one of you is assisting the other, you can roll.
I think
Okay.
I think we're helping each other.
So, with both of you, kind of with your knowledge of both fire making, but also just in general, knowing how fire reacts, I'd say you'd be able to put it out without burning yourselves, or at least not bad enough to cause any significant harm. You probably do get a little hot, but nothing too serious.
Maybe we should be closer next time.
Yep, thunder over there kind of caught me by surprise. But good job, Torin.
You asked him.
It's a good point. I forgot about that. I'm sorry, my intelligence is only 9.
I'm a stupid.
Blame it on the character sheet, for sure.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
You have an intelligence of 9, and you know what you're doing.
It's fine. It's fine. Let's go. Let's head to the next one. We don't have all day. I mean, we do have all day, but let's head to the next one anyway.
To the next one.
Please, please throw a fireball. Why didn't you warn me?
That's my fault. It's not my character's fault. I'm sorry.
Okay. So after the fire is put out, you guys circle back north, and where do you guys stop?
I guess 60 feet away from this one.
Okay, so this time you are going to be in the field, about 60 feet away.
I'm gonna be stealthy, just in case.
Everybody, make a perception check for me.
Perception.
Okay. Oh, well then. All right then. Okay, so I'd say all of you do notice it, but Parrot and you in particular notice something. So for all of you, you notice that there are signs, once again, as you saw before, of scratch marks along the wood of these buildings. And it's the same 5 claws just scraping across. Paradin,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
you
I'm
also
going-
notice
Go.
a trail of hay leading from that building north.
Oh. Really? I'm gonna point.
Yes.
I'm gonna point to the claws, claw marks, as that everybody's seeing, and I'm gonna say we're close, but I think this one went north. I don't know if that Scarecrow is the one. We should burn it anyway.
Casual vandalism.
I mean, it's more food for the crows. The crows need to eat anyway.
I think
What?
everyone would feel better returning home to see burned scarecrows.
Mm-hmm. It's for morale. Good point, Torin.
Probably, yeah.
I feel like they
So-
definitely could have done this on their own.
What do you do?
I'm gonna.
The scarecrow threat has really become less threatening really quickly. Just light them on fire.
I'm gonna-
It's the thing that everyone already has access to.
I'm gonna approach
Yeah,
the scarecrow like up to 10 feet of it, and wait for
Okay.
Thunder to light it up.
My estimation of the intelligence of random villagers has dropped considerably.
Are you sneaking up on it?
I'm not sneaking up on it. No.
Okay.
Even though you know this is the one that is actually alive?
No, this one is not. I just pointed out that the.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure, but my character thinks it's not.
Yeah.
The tracks lead north.
Okay.
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 So it's not tracks. There's no tracks that you saw, just hay.
Or hey, yeah.
Are you not surprised this time?
I am not. Light it up.
Okay, make an attack roll.
God
Okay.
damn!
Yeah.
Suddenly I can roll.
Roll your damage.
The dice are with us today.
Okay. Once again, the fire slams into the Scarecrow and it lights on fire.
Good job.
Nothing happens.
I'm gonna
Or rather, the Scarecrow catches on fire but does not react. That's
put
probably
the
a better
fire
way to
out
put it.
immediately.
This would be the simplest sequence
So you
ever.
actually managed to
One other
salvage
person with a water spell.
some of the Scarecrow this time, so it's not entirely destroyed because you were very close.
Thank goodness.
So
I'll punch it just to destroy the last little bit.
make an attack roll for me.
Just an attack roll with my war pick. Sounds
Yes.
good.
No, you said you were
Scarecrow-
punching it.
I said,
The
but
Scarecrow's getting the
how
most
would I do that?
confusing signals.
how do
So
I...
in this
hand.
case,
Just your
it's going
strength
to
roll.
be a strength roll. Yeah,
Oh, I see. Yeah, it is.
plus your proficiency bonus, because I'll
So
say
you're not supposed to be the good cop and the bad cop in the same person.
it's a simple enough weapon to punch someone.
It's like a strength
That's a
save.
strength save.
But is it not the same? Because
That's
that's
a
my...
strength check, not a strength save.
Oh. Because it's the same stats, I think.
Yeah, I
Scarecrow's on fire.
Okay.
If it adds the
So-
proficiency
Dousing out,
bonus...
You're like, oh man, poor
Yeah.
baby, are
Your
you
proficiency
okay?
bonus is 2, that's
Good.
more than
And you
enough
punch
to-
him in the face.
To punch it.
Okay.
So you punch the Scarecrow. You deal 4 points of damage. Sorry, 5 points of damage because it's 1 plus strength modifier
Mm-hmm.
to the Scarecrow, and more importantly, to the post behind it.
Oh. Ow. I'm not gonna... can I pretend that I didn't take any pain?
Make a performance check.
Okay.
Everybody else, make an insight check.
Performance
Just
check.
trying to walk this off.
Yeah. Oof!
Oh, Marty!
Wow.
Oh my goodness! So Marty, you're
Wow.
you're just staring at the claw marks, just kind of looking at them, mesmerized at and basically comparing them to your own set of, I guess what you could charitably call claws, because
They're not very claw-like, but yeah.
Yeah.
Could
you're
be
just
sharp.
basically putting your fingers into the grooves and following them along like, you would do. As for the rest of you, Paradin's in pain.
I'm gonna turn to them and
He's not hiding it very well.
I'm gonna turn to them and say, for the morale of the peasants. And I'm gonna head north
Okay.
Any
across the
around?
field.
You're definitely gonna have a bruise later, for sure. That sucked.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
So, where do you head next?
I guess to the next field, right?
Yeah,
Who
let's see if
punches
there's-
fire?
Are we gonna follow the hay?
Oh yeah, I'm following the hay. I'm going ahead as well,
yeah, I
trying
guess
not
I
to.
forgot about that. Yeah, well, where
Okay.
can we track the hay?
So you guys did spot it, or more specifically, Paradin did spot it.
Yeah.
So I go ahead and make a survival check, and I'll go ahead and give you an advantage since you did roll a natural 20 on the other one.
On the perception. Thanks.
Okay. So, you begin following the trail, and I'm going to go ahead and draw the trail out. Trail leads, goes off. There are scratch marks on this building, and then continues back north and starts heading towards this gigantic field,
Ooh.
or more specifically, this orchard here.
Oh, that's nice. Is it apples?
It's a meadery, so
It is.
Probably.
Probably wine.
Oh,
It's an orchard and meadery.
yeah.
So there is going to be bees, and there is absolutely going to be probably a mixture of things, I would imagine. Apples, oranges, enough so that there's diversity so that the bees wouldn't suffer.
Mm-hmm.
So there are trees of all sorts here.
It's a lovely
But it does
place.
continue on, and then takes a sharp turn left and over the fence and into the orchard.
Ooh, this is gonna be. I'm gonna lead the team. I'm gonna point the tracks to the rest of the team. And is there anybody around here?
Make a perception check.
Here goes.
Okay. From your current position, nothing.
We should go and check the meadery over there, just in case, before we go into the orchard. Anybody want to come with me? Should we go together?
As
go
we're starting to go north, do we see any additional scarecrows to the north field?
Make a perception check. Okay. So both of you keeping a decent eye out. Theory more so than Torin, surprisingly. No, there are no more scarecrows that you can see at the moment.
Lead on.
Yeah, so as I asked before, does anybody want to come with me or... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we've been.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Yeah.
No, into the meadery over here to ask for...
Check out the building.
Yeah, that was my
Makes
goal.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're heading up to the buildings?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going? I assume you're going to go through the main gate?
Oh, there's a gate. Yeah.
Yes, there's a gate.
Uh,
So trying the gate.
mhm.
Gate is locked.
I jump over. Can I?
What?
Make an athletics check, yeah.
Is
go
there
and
any
try it.
kind of? Is there any kind of way to notify people that we have arrived?
You
So,
can
like,
shout.
like a
You
doorbell.
could definitely shout, yeah.
A bell.
So with no effort whatsoever, just hop straight over the gated fence. It's about 4 feet tall, so it is a little bit of a challenge, but you managed to climb over essentially.
Who's? I'm on the other side. Who's on behind me? Like on the other side of the gate.
I'm there.
Bees.
God.
I'm gonna turn to Ivar and say, Ivar, mind giving Theria hop, and I'm gonna continue back.
Okay, I'm gonna assist Theory in climbing.
Thank you.
Okay. Go ahead and make an athletics check with advantage.
Who? Me?
Yes, you.
Gotcha.
If you're climbing over, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So even with effort, even with assistance, you grab onto the top of it and you begin struggling. And he's trying desperately to push you up, but you don't know how you're not getting over this thing. And then finally, with the final push, Ivar does manage to push you over. It takes you about 5 minutes to figure out exactly what you're doing.
Oh, that's
And you tumble down onto the other side, flat on your ass.
okay.
It's not graceful at all.
Effie, you said 5 minutes. On those 5 minutes, I'm in there going towards the house, right?
I'd assume so, unless you're waiting for everybody.
No,
yeah?
no, I'm not waiting. That's because
Okay.
out of character.
So
This was-
which building are you going to?
I'm going to the big one.
Okay. So the main looking building.
Yeah,
Okay.
Big orchard in the sky.
this one.
Jeez. All right. So you head on over.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a much fancier building compared to everywhere else. This place is probably wealthier than everywhere else, with good reason. If this is a meadery,
Yeah.
fancy oak doors. Looks like a nice interior from what you can see of the window. There is a door and there is a knocker.
I'm gonna continue walking around the house and see if there's a back entrance.
Okay. Walking around the back, there is a back door.
Okay, I'm gonna
Looks a lot smaller and less grand than the front door, but yes, there is a door.
try to open it.
Okay, door's locked.
I'm gonna bash it in.
Oh, jeez. Okay, make a strength check.
Okay.
Okay. So for a plain-looking door, this thing is surprisingly strong, and you run head first at this thing, or shoulder first, I suppose, would probably be the more sane thing.
Yeah.
Though with Paradin, who knows?
That's why.
So you run shoulder first, and you slam into this door, and it slams back.
Oh crap!
That hurt a lot. You take, as you slam into this door,
It's a good thing that I'm.
you take 4 points of damage as you just slam into this thing full force, and it does not move.
How is that for?
Or 2 points of damage.
Two.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Can I use my crowbar?
Well, first things first. Everybody else hears a very loud banging noise
Oh, okay.
from the other side of the fence.
Well, I'm lost for a penny, lost for a dollar. Let's do this.
Okay, so you're trying to open it with the crowbar.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. What do I do? Strength check.
Make another strength check for me with advantage, because
Okay.
you now have a tool that you're using to try and get
I should
this
have
thing
done
open.
that. Okay.
Okay, there we go. So you find a crack that you can see between the door and the door frame, and sticking the actual crowbar into there and starting to pry, the door frame separates enough for you to open the door without resistance, even though the door is still locked.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I open the door, and this is
Inside.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So
What
just
were you gonna say?
just as a reminder, this is still within those 5 minutes while they're fumbling around with Harry.
Jesus.
At this point, you probably would have gotten theory, and everybody else
Hey.
can start getting across.
You were not exactly stealthy,
No, I wasn't.
No.
slamming into a door with your body.
I mean, I suppose I made a bunch of noise.
Has the paladin noticed yet? Is what I'm wondering.
The paladin
not
has
crossing
absolutely
the
heard
gate.
banging noise.
Oh.
Everybody noticed it. Like, you all heard it.
Yeah.
It was loud.
Yeah.
Ivar crosses without issue,
So I'm gonna keep
climbing up and over.
I'm gonna keep an eye open for what they're from when they arrive, and I'm gonna go in and see what is in there.
Okay. So, from where you're standing right now, you can peer inside, and it looks like a simple kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Sounds exactly what I
A
was
couple of
expecting.
ingredients on the counter.
Okay, can I find anything? As I look over, I'm not gonna like spend any time looking over into the cabinets or anything. Can I see any like honey or oil?
You do see a couple of jars of honey.
Okay, I'm gonna pocket
the
one of
counter.
them.
Okay, so going over.
I'm gonna
you
go
can
out.
Go ahead and add
Yeah, I'm
a
gonna
jar of honey.
go
your
out
inventory.
immediately out of the door, so as to not be
Okay.
seen taking the honey. So nobody knows about that.
Okay. From the current location where everybody else is, I don't think anybody would have seen you.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. As for the rest of you, what are you doing? Because Ivar is now across and Theory's across.
Well, now
Thunder
we're
and
gonna
Marty?
meet up.
Or Thunder and Torn.
We are going to find him.
Yeah.
Well, you might want to. Okay. So Ivar is going to find Paradin.
I'm gonna say there's nobody around. I think they must have fled.
Torn is presently thwarted by a closed gate.
You've watched everybody else climb across, and I assume Thunder probably would have too.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to break into the farm when they've bothered closing their gate.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
That's
fair.
Torin, make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Real fast.
Are you gonna check if he sees the door?
He's gonna check if the
Nope.
the gate's unlocked.
Okay.
Oh,
Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh.
Checking to see if he noticed something else,
Okay.
Oh boy.
which he didn't. Thunder, did you cross over or no?
No. I'm
In that
just
case, you make a perception check as well.
confused by Paladin right now. I'm observing.
Fascinated.
Yeah. Make a perception check for me, Thunder. Okay. So, whereas Paradin earlier, you were looking specifically to see if anybody was around. You didn't really pick up on this, mostly because of the fact that you weren't specifically looking for it. Thunder, you can see right where that trail goes. It looks like part of the wall is damaged.
Like in what way?
You'd have to get closer and investigate, because you are
Alright.
about
And let's investigate
250
the broken
feet away.
wall, or damaged wall, or thing wall. Fuck. These numbers are shrinking.
So it takes you a couple of minutes to get over there, but when you do get over there, you do notice the wall, it's scratched up, and it looks like a couple of boards have been ripped away from the fence that's basically surrounding this entire thing, this 4-foot tall fence.
It's only 4 feet tall.
Yeah, it's only 4 feet tall.
Oh my god, the 5 minutes of struggle is so much funnier now.
Yeah.
Well, you got to remember, this is a theory is what, like 3.5 feet tall? Less?
5
Yeah.
minutes?
Yeah. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
My
that's-
intention
that's
was
the life of.
I can just see over it.
my intention out of character. My
I
intention.
think that
wa-
means that. I think that means that Torin literally saw Paradin break into the house.
No,
No,
'cause he's
'cause
on
I-
the opposite side of the house.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, because I was gonna say the fence. It's not blocking any line of sight apparently.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
I out of character, my intention was precisely to distract you, Thunder, or you, Keith, from opening the lock. Because if you did that, it probably would be faster. Then I just wanted to create some mayhem and get myself alone. But this is out of character. Just yeah. That's why I said what I said to Ivar.
So is there like a
So as I
we don't
mentioned,
even-
some of the
we don't
boards are
even
ripped
really
away.
need. We basically don't even need a scarecrow-sized hole. The scarecrow could just go over the fence.
Yeah.
It's not an obstacle, really.
Yeah, but the scarecrow isn't exactly smart.
I think the scarecrow just goes
Well,
through the fence.
a zombie that walked into a fence would just like fall over it when it's that tall.
That thing has claws.
Whoops!
Depends on the size of the zombie, really.
You just fall on the other side,
That's
and
true.
then you're just like, oh, I guess I'm on this side now. Like a
Actually,
drunk.
interestingly enough, the scarecrow is smarter than Paradin, so it probably could apply.
Okay, let's ground rules
The
here.
scarecrow wouldn't damage itself with the door.
The intelligence stat isn't about how smart you are. It's more to do with book learning and stuff like that. Because wisdom is also
Yeah, which usually is gauged or can be gauged as intellect.
yeah, but that's classism. I don't subscribe to such notions.
You admitted yourself that you're not.
I know. No, but wisdom is also a part of smarts, and not just that. I guess charisma would be too.
Yes and no, but
I mean, those are the 3 brain stats.
Yeah.
also, to be fair, now I'm calling you Paradin, Colonel RPG. You got to remember that you can be dumb as a brick, but still have a huge amount of charisma.
Huh. That's a good point.
That's fair.
Actually. Well, but then again,
No.
are you really? That's fair. Yeah. There's a certain you can have charisma without
Yeah.
actually knowing how you're doing it. You can just be charismatic.
Mr. Peanut Butter.
Didn't he die?
No, what?
Because here's the thing. A perfect example I can think of off the top of my head. Mr. Bean, you could argue, has a huge amount of charisma, and yet he is very clearly
I don't think he
not
has a
quite
lot
the
of charisma.
smartest person.
I think he's
Charisma-
he's charming.
Charisma comes in a lot of different forms.
Yeah, that's
that's,
true.
that's my point.
Yeah, but he's not charming to the people he meets. Like, have you seen what he does? He's the worst.
What?
Mr. Bean? Isn't he the worst? Are we talking?
I've only ever seen one
What?
scene
Isn't
of
Mr. Bean,
Bean
just like
ever.
a harmless goober?
Oh no, he's
Yeah,
so
does he
mean.
actually?
Does he actually do like dangerous things?
Not
I thought he
dangerous.
just like shows up and goes like, I don't know if I work here or not, but I guess I do. And people are like, do you? And he's like, I don't know. And then the people laugh.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Have you seen? You
I
should
don't get British humor, but like,
You should watch
Charisma can be measured in various different ways.
You should watch the Christmas special where he receives a friend in his house and serves him dinner, like, and
Like in a box?
I mean, have you never had like a boss that
received a
was
friend
clearly
for
an
Christmas?
idiot?
No.
Like, that's
That's
another
sweet.
trait taking over.
that's maybe a kitten or something. Bundle of joy.
On the contrary, you can also have someone who has a really high charisma and is an asshole.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway, do we have like tracks at like the damaged wall?
yes. Since they were pointed out to you, you can see that the tracks are leading out from there, and it looks like they're also leading into.
Hmm.
Out
Hey,
and
Paladin.
in?
Sorry. Leading in.
Okay.
Only in?
Yeah, slip of
Or-
the tongue. Yes, only in.
Oh.
Yeah, what is it?
Them... I lost my train of thought super
Sorry.
hard.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. Was having just mental brain farts today.
There clearly has been a criminal break-in.
What?
You mean apart from the one
Where?
that we did?
Yes, apart from the one we already did.
Yeah.
That he's not.
Apart from the one that Paradin's doing right now.
No, I did it already. Yeah.
Well, I point out the tracks.
Oh, we should get to the bottom of this.
But you might have to conquer the old terrifying gate.
Clearly, we're gonna go through the break in the fence.
Whoa, blowing my mind.
Okay, make a dexterity check at disadvantage there, Marty, if you're gonna try and do that. If you're just gonna try and squeeze through the hole, because you know armor and shield, etc.
I feel like dexterity can't make your armor shrink.
Exactly why I'm saying it's at disadvantage.
He's gonna just
Because
take
it's
like,
his aptitude at being able to squeeze through.
he's gonna be
Okay.
like my head fits, so my whole body can fit, and then he's just gonna take like he's gonna take like 3 more boards with him as he
So,
falls through the
it's-
fence.
It looks good so far, and then your armor gets snagged
Okay.
on part of the boards, and you're stuck.
Help him out, Keith.
Oh no, he like Charizard.
Oh my goodness.
Because I'll just kind of crowbar my way out of here.
I'm just gonna put my foot on his ass and push,
Oh, there you go.
Make a strength check.
and he's just gonna
Thunder.
go right through.
Oh.
Oh jeez.
Do-
That's
there's
Thunder,
no
not
button.
Tord.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
I mean, if you're trying to push through, I'll roll one more time, Thunder, since he is also trying to get out. Okay, there we go.
I'm not
So with a
strong, man.
resounding cracking noise, as you basically force him through, the board that he got stuck on just splinters away and is pulled with him.
He's got a new bit
So-
of armor.
I got fancy new paneling on my armor.
Yeah, no. There is a piece of wood sticking out of your armor right now. It's wedged in at this
Perfect.
point.
Well,
I'm gonna hear. Do I hear that sound or the sound of the board or something?
How far away are you? You're about. I'd say no, probably not.
Mm.
It wasn't loud enough.
Yeah.
For it to carry that far.
Can we pick up the hay trail, maybe?
What a visual.
Yes. So the hay trail goes off and disappears into the orchard.
He's almost twice as tall as the fence, but he like crouched down to go through it. What a visual.
That's
I mean-
lovely.
Oh,
It's
okay.
an option.
So, real quick, Ivar and Theory, what are you two doing? As Ivar, you in particular see this whole exchange going on, I would imagine if you hadn't moved from that spot.
No, I've already made it to where I was. I just said.
Yeah,
Right, I'm sorry.
I talked to
So,
Paradin.
Theory, are you following Ivar, or what are you doing? Because you can't see. over the
I'm
fence.
kind of just caught in the middle, so I'm kind of standing.
Okay.
You're inside the
I haven't
gates
really
already.
caught
though.
up with him.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
so-
inside the gate, but I haven't moved where I am, so I do witness this.
I'm gonna ask Paradin.
No, actually,
what do
you
we
don't,
do next?
because you can't see over the fence.
Oh, you're right. I can't see over the fence.
The fence is taller than you are.
They just left you.
You
So
can't
I
see
hear,
You hear
yeah,
a
I
cracking
hear
noise.
this chaos.
All
And
around
Ivar's
you.
just kind of wandered off.
Everybody's breaking
Towards
things
there.
around you.
I guess I will shout to see if everything's okay.
Okay. You hear Theory.
Is everything all right over there, boys?
It's fine. It's fine. There's been a break-in.
By whom, I wonder? Paradin and Ivar, you also hear that.
Okay, can I take the? I don't know about the timeline though, because this would
I
be.
shout back, "There's nobody in the building!"
Yeah, speaking of which, Ivar, you do see that the door has been pried away from its frame.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not the front door, the back door.
I'd like to know more about this. So what check should I make?
Make an investigation check.
I was gonna say maybe you should ask me.
You could do a walking closer check.
Okay. Walking closer, funnily enough, you inspect the point at which it seems like the door was separated from the door frame, and it looks like a crowbar was used to open the door.
At least there's.
Strangely enough, you see a crowbar strapped to Paradin's backpack.
Okay. I'm suspicious.
He knows I have. He knows I have a crowbar because I've used it before, in front of him.
Okay, I'm going to ask Paradin. There was a break-in here. and it seems to have been a crowbar. Did you have anything to do with it?
Maybe.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
head out back to Theory.
Okay, insight check on them.
Insight check on a maybe.
I mean, he didn't. He technically didn't lie to you, or really answer you.
Yeah, or answer.
Yeah, that's basically what you get. He didn't really answer you, so
I
it's
don't-
kind of hard
yeah.
to tell based on his reactions.
That's
I
super.
don't know if there's
Even-
a deception to overcome yet.
Plus, you haven't really known Paradin very long, so it's hard to get a read on his facial expressions or his kind of cues, if that makes sense.
Okay, so I'm gonna squint my eyes really thin at him and kind of turn my head
Do I see this?
and look at him with my left eye.
Do I see this? Effie.
I don't know. Were you facing him at the time?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm
I,
I'm gonna approach him. I'm gonna put my arm around or on his shoulder or something like that. I'm gonna like lean in and whisper. It's okay if you want some. Just play it cool and we'll be fine. I'll give you some later, okay?
Ivar, you have no idea what he's talking about, for
I
one.
have no idea what he's talking about.
So
Oh, no. I do not want some. I don't need any. It's okay. Let's just put this behind us.
let's.
Uh,
Jerry was shouting.
What point do we-
I'm genuinely curious as to what Ivar thought Paradin meant, but we'll get to that later.
I mean, at what point does the party just conclude that Paradin hears voices or something?
All right, so switching back to
Wow.
let's switch back to Torin and Thunder.
All right.
Where's Theory in all this?
He's
I'm
basically just been standing
shouting
there,
at people.
Yeah.
confused as to what to do.
Not seeing anything.
I'm not really doing. I can't get back over the fence, and I.
Well, we made a doggy door, so
He doesn't know about it though.
Yeah. I don't know about it, but also
Exit
I hear
route
things going on the other
secured.
side, and I don't want to like leave in the event that you guys call for help, so that I'm within the distance to call for help from the other people who are in the building.
You're stuck in between a rock and a hard place, essentially.
Basically, yeah.
So, Torin and Thunder, what are you doing?
We're trying to locate the Scarecrow, I assume.
Do you have something else in mind, Thunder?
well, I figured we'd track whatever the path was
Okay.
that brought us.
So
this
then,
far.
yes, you are. All right. So,
Yeah.
either one or one of you roll with advantage,
don't know, it
or
could be a
each roll
leprechaun.
separately, roll survival, because the trail does seem to get a little bit more thin in here.
Since I'm so great at checks today, I guess we're rolling separately.
Seems like it.
Oh, right. Oh no.
Okay. So after a brief period, the trail peters out. There is no more trail for you guys to follow. There's no more hay. It just stops.
Maybe it was abducted?
It's gonna be less ideal for fighting whatever this is.
Can scarecrows fly?
Can scarecrows fly?
Arcana check.
That's a good question. Have you ever seen a scarecrow fly?
I bet they can.
No.
Well, until
Knowledge,
yesterday, I'd never seen a scarecrow move.
Religion, yeah.
This would just be a straight intelligent. Actually, this would be a nature check. I guess.
Scarecrows are nature?
It's a scarecrow.
That's not an answer.
That's true, actually.
I'm going with nature because that's the closest thing I can think
Well,
of.
then I'm a god of nature, apparently.
It's still the same
Okay.
roll, but it's better.
So Thunder, you think for a moment, and then you realize it's a scarecrow. What the hell am I thinking? No, it can't fly.
And then I think, what the hell am I thinking? Scarecrows can't attack people.
I don't really know what to tell you here, guys. It's a scarecrow.
It's a weird time to apply logic to scarecrows when the scarecrows are alive and attacking people, but can be tricked by illusions.
Thunder is literally double guessing himself right now. Because he rolled,
yes.
he rolled 19
I'm
for...
second guessing my own check.
Yeah.
I mean, you know enough about spirits to know that spirits can do some weird things, but you also know enough about scarecrows that scarecrows don't fly. So it's very conflicting information.
All right. Well, we go back to just scanning the horizon of this area for scarecrows.
Okay, make a perception check.
Blah.
Ooh,
The numbers, they go big again.
they do.
Damn.
Okay. Are you also checking there, Torin, or
Yeah.
because I'm not seeing a check here from you?
Yeah. He's fine. He's got it. He doesn't need my help.
So Thunder,
The board is blocking his view.
between the
Forrest
trees,
Flanders.
you catch a glimpse of something heading towards you.
Mage armor.
Okay. It looks like it's about 100 feet off or so, but it's slowly kind of approaching.
An identified thing approaching me results in me increasing my armor class.
Does
Yep.
Thorin
So
detect?
Torin, you can
same
see him cast
response.
this.
Yeah.
You've seen him cast it before,
Yeah,
Oh dear.
and I'd say
I
you
set,
probably know what it is.
and I'm
I
gonna
set
point
down
out.
the pail of water and pull out the battle axe.
Yeah, I'm gonna point
Okay.
out the movement.
All right. So now that he's pointed it out, you can see it too.
Oh dear. Scarecrow!
This is the day that theory dies.
Okay. Everybody make a perception check. See if
boy.
you noticed
Ivor,
the yell from our friend here.
Ivor and I
Yes.
did hear.
So theory, you notice it, and you can tell rough direction as to where it's coming from.
Ivor and
Meriden, you're too busy, and Ivar, you're too busy,
Whoa.
staring at each other angrily.
I.
Y'all are having a grimace off.
when you
Yeah,
when you put it like
grimacing at each other.
that.
And you guys are
Nope.
distracted by the fact that you can see a beehive off in the corner here.
I was heading back to Thierry when you cut away from us.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
In that case, you see Theory perk up and run off, I assume,
Yeah,
towards
well,
the orchard.
I mean, if I can see.
I'd say yeah.
Okay,
you probably
so
would know.
okay, I would say my reaction would be to be notified of the call and then look to see where Paradin and Ivar are.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm heading towards you.
You can see them casually walking up to you.
Okay, so then I'm going to signal towards them to like try to get their attention. And
How are you
call them
signaling
over.
to them? Are you just like flailing, or what are you doing exactly?
This is
More of like with my arms outstretched. I'm kind of pulling them towards me and signaling to come closer, come back to me.
Okay. What do you guys
Um,
do when you see that?
I'm gonna tell Ivar. Thierry's calling us over. I think he found something.
We should go to him.
Yes, and I'm very happy to abandon the broken door.
In the meantime, Torin, Thunder. The thing moving towards you disappears behind another tree. Make another perception check for me.
Thorin only rolls good in combat. No, he rolled good now.
Thunder
Did it
rolls well.
boom. Yeah.
Okay. So Torin, you don't see it anymore. It's vanished. as far as
Right,
you can
because it's an
tell.
orchard, so we can't
Thunder.
see anything.
You catch another glimpse of it, and it's probably within about 60 feet
Oh, he's right on you.
if you had to estimate.
I'm now realizing my mistake. I need to put that battle axe away and try to light a torch.
Okay, you have enough time to do that, so that's fine.
Let's do that.
As it gets closer, by the way, Thunder, you're starting
Yeah.
to through the light filtering through, and now that it's within your dark vision range, it looks awfully like a blanket, strangely enough, like a moving person under a
Yep.
blanket.
Like a blanket's just running at us.
That's what it looks like.
Can it see us right now, or is it like weaving through the trees?
He definitely heard
It's
you.
ducking and weaving.
It heard you because you shouted
from tree to tree.
No, I mean, like, does it have line of sight on me right now?
I'd say yes. Right now it does.
Oh. Well, maybe they're not very stupid. Maybe they're not very smart.
Oi.
Maybe not.
I'm gonna summon a cow between us.
Okay, where do you place said cow?
Like 30 feet away from me.
Okay.
It's like 60 feet away, isn't it?
It's about 60 feet, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
These cantrips, I tell you.
It's just
Okay.
this beautiful, very like edible looking cow. Just very
Edible.
Very
So
good meat.
whatever this thing is that's moving towards you doesn't seem to pay any mind to the minor illusion.
Huh.
Switching back to Eridan Theory and Ivar,
Mm-hmm.
you guys have approached Theory. Theory?
He's dead.
What do you mean?
Sorry, I'm trying
Oh.
to think what.
You're not in character, okay.
No,
So,
sorry.
what is this about?
Okay. I was trying to think of like, okay, well, how are we just gonna like run over to the fucking?
Well, you need to talk to
or,
us.
Like, yeah. Okay. I heard some screaming going on over in the in the orchard, and I'm pretty sure it sounded like thunder in Torin.
Torin.
Thunder and Torin, they got in. I'm gonna look at the gate. I mean,
I can't
Gate's
see
closed.
over it, so I have no idea what's going on over there.
let's go there.
You don't see them.
Let's help them. And I'm gonna run immediately.
Okay.
Theory,
Did you
do you
point-
need assistance over the fence?
Hang on. Sorry to interrupt. Paradin, which direction are you running? Because he didn't specify a direction.
Oh. No, he didn't? Oh.
Because
Then,
if you're just taking off,
No,
which
I'm
direction
not.
are you running?
I thought he did. Like,
Okay, so I'm going to
if he didn't, I'm like with his gestures and anything. I'm gonna ask, where did you hear this scream from?
where I'm gonna ask. Okay. Yes. I heard them coming from behind me, towards. I don't really know what
This
position I'm
general
standing in.
direction,
Yeah,
basically.
that general direction.
From the orchard. Then I'm gonna go
Correct.
towards the orchard. I'm gonna.
Okay.
I mean, if you look over the fence, you could probably see the hole that they made.
Can I?
Yeah, probably.
Make a perception check. Let's see if you notice.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Nope.
I
Okay.
can't see anything. So I'm just gonna run, and I'm gonna tell them, "Come, let's help them. They're in trouble."
Okay.
Okay. So moving over there, switching back to Torin and Thunder. This thing is now about 40 feet away, and it definitely looks like a scarecrow.
Still
There's
with a
hay-
sheet on it.
There is a blanket draped over this thing, but you can see the telltale claws and hay dripping out from behind it. Dripping out? Dropping out. From behind it.
Well, I'm gonna attack it then.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll. This thing's going to have 3/4 cover as we switch you guys.
3/4 cover.
3/4 cover. This is it's a decently packed orchard. Unfortunately, I don't have a combat map for this thing because I didn't expect you guys to go in here. And I was just rolling to see if you would encounter this thing, and surprise!
Do we?
So-
How do you do 3/4 cover?
So 3/4 cover adds a +5 to their armor class.
Yeah.
So so it's their armor class +5, essentially. Oop. No, 6.
Then I am going to use Tides of Chaos.
Okay, give me 1 second here. So, Torin and Thunder, you guys are going to be off. You guys are
Are
going
you-
to be off down here for a little while.
Oh,
And I'll
you're
let
creating
know
a
when you
battle
guys get
screen.
close. Essentially, yeah. So there's going to be. I'm going to mark the trees here with just some green markers. So there is a tree here, a couple trees here, larger trees, smaller trees. So essentially anywhere where there is an X, because I'm just making this a very basic battle map here. because again, I don't have one specifically built.
Yeah, we only need a grid for most situations,
You had a week
especially
to
especially
build
for
this.
outdoors.
I did have a week to build this, but here's the thing.
You never know where the players are gonna go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
What
I
if
very
we
well could
wanted to
have,
fight in the
but-
kitchen?
okay.
Fight in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Well, then he'd draw.
I
a
probably would have done the
square
exact
that's
same thing. I
size
would
of
have
the
drawn a couple
kitchen.
of squares to
Yeah.
represent.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the top toolkit of D&D is just to have a dry erase.
A piece of paper and a
grid.
dry erase, or a dry erase
Yeah.
marker.
A nice little grid that's usable with dry erase markers that has a grid on it, and you just draw
So-
the room or whatever.
Hooray for yeah. All right, so you go ahead and make an attack roll. So this thing, you were not in
Yep.
combat yet, so it does see you, so you are not going to get advantage. So go ahead and make your attack.
Yeah, but I'm
See.
getting advantage from Tides of Chaos.
Okay, so Tides of Chaos. Remind me
This-
what it does here.
I get one roll of basically any type with advantage, but I can only do it once per rest.
Unless
But the-
you cast a spell of first level or higher,
Yeah.
at which
At
point
any point, you can choose to roll on Wild Magic if I cast a level 1 spell. At which point I get Tides of Chaos back, and we can ping
Ooh.
pong back and forth all day.
Hold on a minute.
Except
Once you
the
the
sun
DM
pulls
can
up.
have me roll. I can make you roll. I don't have to ask you. I've been asking you if you want to roll it. Okay. All right. That's good to know.
Oh, that's
So-
interesting.
So go ahead and make your attack roll.
And the sun explodes.
And the sun explodes.
We should
yeah.
not be rolling that.
No, we should not be rolling on that table at
We
all.
should not.
Okay. That does indeed hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Blip. The
Okay.
important thing
so
is it's on fire.
you see a flash of fire and an unearthly screech from a very clearly angry and now hostile Scarecrow. Oops.
I get behind the paladin.
Okay.
Do we hear this as we run?
I assume so. It's apparently deathly quiet in this entire region, so I don't know how you'd not hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not really much going on in the.
There we go.
It's
Okay.
a scream to wake the dead.
So I need everybody to go ahead and roll initiative. So you guys are technically off screen, so it's going to take you an extra round or two to get there
Mm-hmm.
because you are running from about 300, 400 feet off.
So my initiative is not assigned, so we need to assign it manually.
You need to click on your token and then press.
I don't have one.
I'm not
Initiative.
on the battle
I-
map, so
Yeah.
Oh, you guys
yeah.
are not on the battle map, right?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm on
sorry.
the- I'm
That's
still
my
on
bad.
the
I forgot to
overworld.
drag you over here. There we go.
So
That was my bad.
I'll do that again then.
Oh.
Yeah.
So just as I hear that sound, I get my torch ready. I light my torch.
Okay. You're not going to be able to do that until your turn. That will be an action to
No,
light the
no.
torch.
Can I not do it? Oh, okay. Yeah, because what my point is to start. My hope was that I would start combat already with the torch, but I didn't have it on yet.
No.
Okay. So
Okay. So make sure you reset your initiative to whatever you rolled initially.
Oh,
So
okay.
Paradin, you have 16. I'm gonna keep those original rolls. Sorry, Ivar.
Yeah, okay.
How is
So
it
Thunder, you rolled
12.19?
I still forgot
rolled
to
a
click
one.
on myself. God damn it.
What?
There we go.
What's Terry doing?
Boop.
So
What?
you still have 5.
Look at your roll.
Hey, what am I doing?
What is that?
We talked about this last time. I
That's
added
your
Dex
initiative.
modifier.
Dex mod. Yeah.
Oh, I
But
see.
why does this Dex mod have a decimal?
Because it's adding my
I can't sort this thing.
what is it?
It should-
Because it's adding my dexterity total as a point.
Huh, interesting.
So I have 18 in dexterity.
What?
Okay. Let me
Are you
refresh
sure it's not
page
the
here because
dexterity
the-
modifier
okay.
rather than the total?
Yeah, you're supposed to. If you
So
have
it
18,
is a Dex tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
that
So,
and you round up. Yeah.
Score of 18.
I was all confused.
It's a tiebreaker.
Oh,
So
interesting.
say for
I have
example you
18.
both roll 12s. Whoever has the higher Dex tiebreaker would go first. Or if you guys
Hmm.
both have the same Dex tiebreaker, you can basically choose.
Yeah. Because Theory and I have the same one. You have cat-like reflexes.
Wow. All right. So,
I can
first
say that.
person
You
to
can't
move
say
here.
that.
Torin, what are you doing?
I'm heading in its general direction. I assume I saw where his firebolt went,
Yes.
and
And moving to where you are now, you can definitely see it. So you were, what, here? you have another
yep,
10 feet of
I have.
movement?
Do I want to move that close?
That is the question.
Sure, I will move that close
Okay.
and ready in action to swing my torch at it if it comes within range.
Okay. Paradin, you start moving up. You have one turn before you're there.
So as soon as I hear the scream, I will light my torch. And that's an action?
Okay, that is an action
Mm-hmm.
to do that. Which means it will actually take you probably 2 turns to get there
Can I run...
because you're not dashing.
Can I place where the scream came from?
So I'm saying it's going to take you 2 turns to get onto this map. You guys are quite a ways away.
Oh, okay, good.
I just have your tokens there for reference and for turn order.
Sounds good. Then that's what I'm
So
going
it's
to do.
actually going to take you 2 turns if you're going to light the torch up.
Yep.
Because you can't use your action to dash.
Sounds good.
Okay. The next up, the Scarecrow. The Scarecrow is going to go ahead and move up to the one thing it can see. You go ahead and you burned your reaction to trigger your held action, so go ahead and take a swing at it. Because of the fact that this is not a weapon you're proficient with, you are going to go ahead and make a strength check for me.
Oh, that's how it works.
Yeah, if you're not proficient with a weapon, you only get your bonus, essentially.
Correct.
And in this case, you do still hit, so you deal. It is 1 point of fire damage for this thing, as I have now lost all of my sheets. Hold on a moment.
That's why I've got to get a flaming sword.
Or you...
I'm not that cool.
I am proficient on it, though, right? It's a common weapon?
Technically, it's an improvised weapon,
Oh, it's improvised.
so no.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so this thing takes
Or simple.
fire damage as you hit this thing with the torch, and you can see parts of it begin to smolder. And
Excellent.
burn. And now this thing is going to go ahead and let's see here. Sure, let's go ahead. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
That I can do.
You don't want to mess this up. You've messed it up.
Okay, that is what you needed. So you see this thing under the sheet. It's funny. You feel like it's staring through you, not just at you. And you begin to feel a chill crawl up your spine. But again, you close your eyes and you shake your head and you shake it off. That's all it can do, unfortunately.
Excellent.
That's its action. So, theory. At this point, you would have arrived on the edge of the map where you are currently.
Okay.
So, I would say that's probably all you can do since you would have had to dash here.
Yeah. It's fair.
So, Ivar, same thing. Thunder.
Ivor is a little
You're
bit
up.
faster than we are, so I don't know if you want to give him.
Yeah, that is true. So you'd be able to move up to here, essentially. You'd have 10 feet.
Okay.
So
I probably don't have line of
move
sight
from
anymore,
where
do
you
I?
want to move from there, and then
Because there's a paladin in the way.
yeah, it still has partial cover from you. As I once again accidentally hit my back button on my mouse.
Oh no, that happens to me all the time.
Let's see here.
Just trying to readjust myself and
Ah.
ended up bumping my mouse.
That's not how you use the ruler. There we go. I'm gonna spend the turn repositioning.
Okay, let me see here.
Good.
All right, go
Wait,
ahead.
are you
so not-
you're a tabaxi?
So I'm not throwing fire through the paladin.
Yeah, he
you
has a
could,
tabaxi.
You could use your feline agility and not burn your action to move that far.
I assume that's what you did.
You are right. I could move that fast in one turn without actually having to use a sprint action.
That's correct. So you could
So I-
fire.
Yeah, so I can still throw a fireball.
You
Yay.
can.
We burn it to death. Wow, these rolls.
Firebolt.
I'm suddenly getting one of
25.
the rolls I want.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay. So again,
Now he-
there is an
now he
impact
has-
of
now he
fire
has-
and an unearthly screech from this thing.
Now he has 2 stacks of fire. That's how it works.
That's yes, we'll go with that. Okay. You still have your bonus action if there's anything else you can do, which I don't think there is.
No, not really.
Okay. Torin. What you doing?
I'm gonna swing again.
Okay. Make an attack.
Good enough.
That does hit.
I tell
Dealing
you,
another point of fire damage.
Torin rolls good in combat. Outside, it's always rubbish.
I want to see this one go down without a divine smite, so that's just gonna be my turn.
Okay. Paradin, you have now arrived where you are standing.
Okay. Don't I get like
Okay.
my extra action or something?
Nope. No, because you would have had to sprint up here.
Hmm.
Again, you guys were pretty far off when the
Yeah.
combat started. So this thing is going to go ahead, realizing what its situation is going to go ahead and turn and stare at our friend, the sorcerer. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh. Rude.
Okay. So, you feel the same thing that Torin did, this chill crawling up the back of your spine, and you are shaken to your core as you stare at this thing. You are frightened of this thing until the end of your next turn, or end of this thing's next turn, and additionally, you are also paralyzed. So you are
Damn.
unable to move or act at this point in time. As it moves away from our friend the paladin here, so you do have an attack of opportunity. and
I will
moves
take
towards
it.
you.
Uh-oh.
Make your swing.
Oof.
That is a hit, despite everything you might think. That does hit.
Excellent.
Go and roll. Oh, right. It's only fire damage. Right. Sorry. Never mind.
All
So it
good.
takes another point of fire damage as this thing closes in on your friend Fuzzball.
How's it looking?
It looks like it's starting to lose its structural integrity. Like there's a lot of hay just piling out from this thing, and it's struggling to keep itself apart, keep itself together. Excuse me.
Okay.
Like I said,
Hopefully
lots
it
of brain
dies
farts
right
today.
now, or there's a very real chance that I die this turn.
There is a very real chance you die
Like,
this turn.
permanently.
Theory,
Yes.
you are able to act. You are here.
The Scarecrow's kind of far though.
It is kind of far, and you
The
also
Scarecrow.
technically wouldn't know exactly where they are.
Oh, these axes are trees, right?
Yep, there are trees blocking your vision.
That's really
You
far.
probably can see bits of Torin through
Okay.
the through
Bits
the
of Torin?
light that's
That's
filtering
worrying.
through.
Especially with me flailing a torch around.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can see a light at least.
Yes.
I'm just gonna run. Like
Okay.
start going into the forest, and then where's my? Oh, it's probably
Your
been over
unseen
an hour.
servant would be way the heck behind you.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
nowhere near as fast as you are.
that's right. I think it's gonna take.
I'm
They can only
actually-
move 20 feet around. So
I'm
it's
actually
way-
in deep shit right now. Paralyze is a very bad effect.
So
Yeah,
that,
paralysis is bad.
I'm going. Sorry, I need to check something. How far?
With paralysis, you can't do anything that turn. Attack rolls have advantage, and any attack that hits you is a crit.
Yeah. Mhm.
Well,
It's bad. It's very
Okay,
bad.
I am going to give bardic inspiration to both. Or wait.
Say it, let's kill this. That's great. So you're trying to give bardic inspiration to whom?
How many people can I give it to per turn?
One.
Okay,
There's a
so I'm
bonus
gonna
action
give,
to do it. If I'm not mistaken.
I will give it to. I will give it to Thunder.
Let me check something real quick.
You're talking about here. You want this? It's within 60 feet.
Oh.
So technically,
One
he's
creature
at
other than yourself who can hear you.
Yep,
He
55.
is within 50
Yeah.
feet, or within 60 feet. So yeah. What do you do to inspire your paralyzed friend? Since he can't see you, but he can still hear you.
Well,
That's a good question. Hold on a second.
he's gonna go get the thing.
Is he getting us there? This is
Theremin.
automaton.
Or what? Tom Tom?
Oh no.
He doesn't have a theremin. It's
Yeah,
an
an automaton. Theremins are expensive.
Yeah, theremins are ridiculously expensive.
They're like sci-fi music instruments.
I thought he was. I don't know what he was that he played the other day.
Hey, sorry. Trying to look up.
He was an automaton. He played the other day.
Yeah, that was an automaton the other time. Ooh, that one's low too.
I was so happy when you finally used Divine Sense for that. I was telling
I'm
you.
always
Andrew,
going to
like,
be unnerved by its presence.
I would imagine. Because every time you use Divine Sense, it's there. In his pocket.
I think I got this.
So, what are you doing?
Oh wait. I'll just play my flute. To alert him or inspire him.
By all means, go ahead. And with that very confusing display
I'm still not
from the
proficient in
bard,
flute yet. I apologize.
you feel inspired, and you can add a d6 to any. Let me just double check here. What can you use this for? It's a d6 that you can add to. It should say in here any ability check, or one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw that you make. Assuming you survive.
Yeah, assuming I have a turn ever again.
And you still have your action theory. Because it was your bonus action to do.
That's it for me.
Okay. Ivar.
Okay, so I can move roughly about here, these two squares.
You're going to have to move around the tree.
Okay, let's measure for that.
You
20.
can't get between the trees.
And
So
then
you could move this way.
25. Yeah, that square. Okay, so close enough.
You run for
Alright,
30
so it's-
though. Your speed is 30.
Right
You
there.
can move 30. There you go. Okay.
And arrows don't really do anything to scarecrows.
You also probably can't see it from here.
What about burning
Yeah.
arrows?
Those don't exist.
Well, I'd have to get some, which is expensive.
They are.
All right,
They're called fire arrows.
I'm gonna stay right there. That's
Okay.
all I can do.
It isn't. You can sprint.
And you can use your action to dash.
Okay, let's do that then.
And you do have an action surge because he's asleep.
That's true. So I could dash another 30 feet and then action surge. All right.
Action surge.
So
He's a
that
fighter.
gets me here.
Okay. You can just barely see it. That you're gonna have 3/4, or it's gonna have 3/4 cover from you.
Yeah, it will, won't it? Okay, I'll take a pot shot at it. Let's see.
Okay, using your action surge to give yourself another action.
Yep.
Make an attack roll. So, you're leaning up against this tree, kind of trying to peek around it, and loosing the arrow, it goes right over the top of it.
Okay.
That does not hit, unfortunately. So that is all you can do, I believe, unless you have something you can do as a bonus action.
That is it for right now.
Okay. Thunder, you are paralyzed. You are watching this thing, unable to move or speak, approach you, claws out, and you are shaking in your boots. Torrid, unfortunately, you can't do anything.
What do you mean, unfortunately, I can't do anything?
Not you, sorry. Thunder,
Oh, okay.
Can't do anything.
Save this guy.
Okay. So, go ahead and make an
Let's see,
attack roll.
That was 1, 2, 3.
Does that count as flanking there?
Unfortunately not, because currently your friend is incapacitated
Yeah.
and is unable to do anything.
I'm
He's
going
not threatening,
to
that's why.
grapple it.
Okay, so
Isn't
go ahead and
it
make
on
an
fire?
athletics check. And this thing is going to attempt...
Do you have fire resistance or something?
It's not on fire.
Oh, it's not on fire?
Unfortunately, it does not just spontaneously catch fire.
And when
Oh.
it does, it does.
So,
I guess
you
when
do
it
manage to
does, we'll
grapple this
notify.
thing.
All right, and I have 15 feet of movement left, which is basically 1 square. So I pull it away from him.
Okay, make a strength check to pull it.
Come
It
on.
is going to try and resist.
What? No, it's got to move with me. My move speed is halved, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I shouldn't have to roll to pull it with me, since I successfully grappled it.
Well, just because you grappled it doesn't mean it's not going to try and dig its heels, it claws him.
Well, I think that's what the check is.
I am giving it disadvantage, but
I don't believe you, but I will roll along. You said strength?
I was gonna say, like, I feel like that's the point of the check in the first place. Like,
Yeah,
you
that's
get-
what grappling is for.
That's why you succeeded the check. It's because it already failed to resist.
I thought, yeah. I don't know about that, how it works. I thought you only checked for getting out of the grapple. Excuse me. Rather than...
Yeah, it has to use an action in order to try to get out of the
escape
grapple.
the grapple, yes. But you are still trying to drag it, an unwilling creature, with you. Grappled or no.
Okay, you said strength,
Yes.
not even athletics.
This is a pure strength check. Oh yeah, you pull it with you. So you manage to pull it back 1 square away from Thunder.
Like a toddler.
And that's my turn.
You literally suplexed it. Like,
I guess I actually had to drop my torch in order to grapple it, so that's laying on
You
the ground.
did, yeah.
did you grapple it into the torch?
That's
No,
how that works.
That's not how that works at all. Speaking of which, that torch is still burning.
That's fine.
Are you sure about that one?
I mean, it's a threat to the Scarecrow.
Okay. So I believe that's all you can do.
Yep, that's my turn.
Okay. Paradin.
So-
You have now arrived.
I am going to
What are you
contend
doing?
that I lost a move and an action to get my torch up rather than just losing an action. How did that work?
Like I said, it took you 2 turns to get here. You have now
Yeah.
arrived.
The others dashed, but you stopped to light your torch instead
But
of
why
dashing.
did I stop? I should have
Because
moved.
lighting it.
It's not so much that you stopped, it's that it takes an action to light the torch.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
lost the move as well.
You lost a dash action. So you would have been slower than everybody else, which is why I said it took an extra turn to get here.
What happens is if you spend your action, you have a move action and an action. Like it's like XCOM logic.
Yeah, but that's
Like
why
an
I'm
XCOM,
saying
you
I
can
lost
move
both.
and shoot, or you can move twice.
You still
and
have your
fire and
action,
not
but you
shoot.
would have used up all your movement to get here, is what I'm saying, essentially. You're here and you have an action, that's all you can do. An action and a bonus.
Oh, I lose more even.
No, you have an action and a bonus action. I'm saying to get here, to basically because you sacrificed.
Oh right,
Your
I lose
extra-
yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm basically no. This is the turn after. I'm losing 2.5 turns already. Because my
I'm
point
saying
is,
it took you 2 turns to get here,
yeah, but
and now
But it should have taken me only a turn and a half. Is what I mean. Because because I lost my action.
Why would it hit?
Sorry. I didn't catch what you said.
Okay. So you used your action to dash, or to light the torch instead of dash, which is why it took you longer to get here.
Yeah, but it says if I stood still to light the torch and didn't move at all. Is what I mean. Right?
No, you would have arrived here with the rest of your movement, and you still have your action.
But but if that, yeah, I agree with that. But that should have happened last turn, not this one, because I have higher initiative. And that's what I mean. It is true that I think I should have had my action and lost the movement, but then I should be like right around here or something at this turn, because I don't think we. Because I think I should have been able to have an action at the end of last turn. Do you know what I mean?
Let me check something real fast here. Hang on.
Because this is already the next round.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. You're right.
So
I was miscounting here. Trying to keep track of everything. So yes, you would have your movement and your action.
No, I would just have. I would have the action.
You have.
But I'd need to have played differently in my previous turn.
So wait, hang on. Now you're confusing me here.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Basically, when I asked.
So you're telling me.
When I asked before, if I could move at all, you said no. And I've been thinking about it, because if I couldn't move before, that means I lost the movement and the action. Whereas I should have just lost the action, or the movement, or whichever one. It doesn't really matter. Because you can take both in whatever order you want to do it.
Okay, now you're confusing me. You used your movement and your action the first turn to get closer.
Yeah.
Then you use your movement and your action to light the torch instead of dashing.
But I didn't use the movement. Because I'm here.
So let's simplify. You were essentially half a turn behind in movement, right?
Yeah.
So
I should be
last
somewhere
turn,
around here.
The last turn, Thierry got to move. So this turn, you should be able to move.
But I go before Thierry. I'm sorry that I'm making this point. I am afraid that things are gonna go bad. So I'm like.
Thierry arrived before you did because you took an extra bit to get here.
Just to clarify, I am afraid that somebody is gonna pay for me not being there. Otherwise, I wouldn't mind. But the point is, last turn I didn't move.
So as I said, you have your movement and your action this turn.
I know. But I'm debating last turn, and that's the problem. That's why it's confusing. Because last turn
used
Let me just.
Last turn, because of the fact that you were still behind, it took you longer to get here. Which is why I'm saying it took you 2 turns to get to where you are.
Yeah.
So now you are able to act.
But what I mean is, last turn, it should have I should have had my action. Not this one. This turn I have my action and my movement. I'm just saying last turn I should have had my action. Because I only lost the movement for lighting the torch. Do you know what I mean?
You
have your action and your movement now.
Okay.
It's not me who's.
No, I'm starting to see what he's saying, Effie. So because we came back around, last turn Thierry was able to move and act. Paradin should have been able to move but not act because he'd be on the second half of a dash at that point.
Oh, okay. Now I see what you mean. Gotcha.
But that's last turn. It's not this one. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Go ahead and move. Yeah, no, okay.
Yeah.
Now I see what you mean.
Sorry, I couldn't explain it better. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry, because I know I know it's a lot.
You're kind of just like.
I'm not explaining it well. I'm sorry. But yeah, basically, and also it's retconning, which is bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, retconning is. It's like I'm looking through my thing here, and I'm like, I remember saying that it would take you 2 turns to get to where you were. So I was confused as to what you were talking. Okay.
Yeah, but are we all on the same page right now?
It's like my logic was fine. It's just
Yeah, I didn't call.
Now
my
you were
action.
able to act and move.
Yeah. So I'm gonna see. I think I saw the Scarecrow before, so I'm just running there. Let me just measure it. Yeah, I'm gonna try and flank it as much as I can. Can I do that?
1 second here.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Can you move to there?
Mm-hmm. I can move within...
You were standing here. So, let's see here. 25.
I was actually here.
Right. 25. So it would have taken your action to dash there, but yes, you could have gotten up there.
Okay. That's what I'm going to do. That's my turn.
Okay. So the Scarecrow is not happy about it being grabbed, and it is going to go ahead and take its multi-attack at the person who grabbed him. So the first attack...
Oof, that's bad.
is a miss. Second attack is a natural 1. So this thing is struggling against you as it's trying to claw at your face, and you're just basically holding it tight to chest and trying to stop it from moving. And it is just struggling and angry and screeching at you, and it's just... You can't do anything! Dang it! Theory.
Boy.
Oh, by the way, at the end of this thing's turn, Thunder, you feel the paralysis wane, and you are able to move again. So
Now
Theory,
I'm
what are
down
you
to
doing
6 lives.
here? Yeah, no kidding. Sooner or later, your lives are going to give out.
You first.
Okay. What?
It's a race. Because at the end of every RPG campaign, you fight God.
What?
That's a good... That's awesome.
Oh, God.
Alright, I'm gonna run this
Roll for
way.
roll for initiative against the GM.
No. Grab the books and run.
And I guess... Shit, is there anything I can do?
I don't know. Is there something you can do? Probably wouldn't be able to. Yeah, no, you wouldn't be able to see it from there.
Yeah, there's not really much I can do. Okay, that's
I mean, you
my
can see
turn.
Ivar, who was trying to shoot at something, but yeah, no, other than that,
Yeah.
not really. Okay. So, Ivar, this thing has disappeared around the tree.
Okay, is the torch here?
The torch is behind, over here approximately, I believe.
Really? Okay.
I would have probably run up with it, dropped it, so it's in that vicinity.
Okay. So, yeah, let's... So it's right about here. In the space below Theory.
Ooh, that's
Okay.
interesting.
I just rolled a d6 to see what direction it was in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you get the idea.
Right now, I'm going to move
but
to
that's fine.
this square, and I believe we're flanking.
Yeah.
You are currently flanking with Paradin, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to attack with my short sword. Of course, I'm going to drop my longbow for this.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll with advantage. Okay,
With
that's it.
advantage. Let me
Go ahead and
try
roll-
that
yep.
again.
Yep, let's see if you get a natural 20.
Okay.
If you don't, go ahead and roll damage.
And the damage? He's 6.
And the damage is 6.
Okay, so you poke through this thing with your short sword, and it just goes right through. And then you pull it out pretty much effortlessly, going in and out.
Okay.
Like a needle in a haystack.
Or, yeah.
Yeah, close enough.
Close enough. So, you still have your bonus action and a little bit of movement left. A little bit, a lot of.
Okay, can I put my longbow away?
You would have dropped it. I don't know where you dropped it. First off, where would you have dropped it?
You're gonna lose it like I did.
Because you were here and then you moved up. Did you drop it there or did you drop it where you're standing?
Where I'm standing.
Okay. It would be an action to pick it back up and put it away. So no.
Okay, so that's fine. I'll leave it there until next turn.
Because use your object interaction to draw the blade.
Yep.
And your. Yeah. Yeah. Stop. Okay. Thunder. What you doing?
I'm gonna climb a tree.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
Do I need an athletics check?
You do, because you
I
are
just have to
currently in
climb
combat.
speed. Oh yeah, that's not good.
No. No, it is
What about an acrobatics check?
not.
I'm a cat.
There's no like low-hanging branches or anything for you to specifically.
It's an
like, jump
orchard.
off of?
They're all low-hanging branches. They're not tall trees.
Have you never been to an orchard?
Yeah, I've been to an orchard. They're not tall.
It depends on what type of tree it is.
What type of tree is it?
Apple.
Apple trees aren't tall.
Some of them
Tall
are.
enough that you
There's-
wouldn't have any low-hanging branches.
They're squat little shits.
Some of them.
They're super.
Maybe in the real world?
I'm looking at an apple orchard right now in pictures.
Make an
like-
athletics check, Thunder.
they're like
He has,
bushes.
he has straight climb as move speed though, right? Because Tabaxi.
Maybe
I
not
don't
on
think that
trees.
removes the need for a check.
I would probably weigh in that
'Cause
the
we-
average apple tree is roughly 10 feet
Let
tall.
me check here.
So that's not really.
Because we all have climbing speed anyway, but we still need to make checks.
It's not really much of a climb. It's more of like reach up, grab branch, pull self up.
Yeah.
Climbing speed of 20 feet.
I didn't actually read anything when I was preparing for climbing speed. I didn't read it. So I don't even know. Mine is probably like...
It dawns on me that I have absolutely no idea how climbing speed works.
So climbing speed essentially allows you to ignore the quote-unquote difficult terrain that it would be to climb normally.
Oh.
So normally if you don't have a climb or swim speed, it's 2 feet for every foot moved. However, if you have a climb speed, it doesn't cost extra movement.
That's interesting, yeah. Does that mean that because I ignore difficult terrain, I get the climbing speed of normal speed as well?
Sorry, say that again?
Because it said quote-unquote difficult terrain of climbing, I don't think it's real difficult terrain, because I ignore difficult terrain. I don't ignore climbing speed difficulty, do I?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense, so that's why I'm saying.
Yeah.
That'd be a really funny interpretation of
Yeah.
difficult terrain.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to scale this cliff vertically.
Some might say walking up trees is difficult terrain. Whoop.
I'm still requiring an athletics check from you.
Yeah.
Because these are taller than your average apple tree.
I'm so bad at athletics. Damn it.
It's a good thing you have a climb speed then. It takes you, I'd say, probably a good extra 10 feet of movement to get up the tree.
Yeah.
So you would have expended 20 feet, essentially.
At least it didn't roll one.
Instead of 10.
Oh, so it still just only used up my movement speed?
Yeah.
And then a firebolt's just gonna erupt from the tree branches.
Oh no!
Okay.
It's spring. The tree is
Through the tree branches, probably
A bad idea.
half cover, I would guess. Based on, yeah. So that still hits, so go ahead and roll damage.
Yay! Most damage so
Hooray!
far.
Damage.
The power of fear and vantage points.
Oh, so close. So close. Okay. So, the firebolt impacts, and Thorin, dang it. You keep doing that. Thorin, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, as this thing
Oh my god.
lights up like a Christmas tree.
Hooray! It's dead.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I did.
That's not good. Okay. So you take, for the purpose of this, you take 5 points of fire damage as the thing, you're not fast enough to react, as this thing just lights up rapidly and shrieks as it crumbles to ash.
Woo! This is the messiest one so far.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. That's what happens when you grapple onto something that suddenly catches fire.
Let me hug this gasoline tank.
Yeah, right?
So immediately I'm gonna look for fire as we get out of combat because I need to. We put it out. We need to put it out.
Okay.
I
Where's
left
my
my water
unseen
down
servant?
by the fence.
I have a cloak. I have my cloak. I can put it. If I'll try to anyway.
I'd like everybody to make a perception check for me, whilst you are
No.
putting the fire out.
Suddenly you're engulfed in flames. I'm rolling good today. Except for opening a door with my fists.
Okay. Ivar, Paradin, and Thunder. You hear rustling through the orchard to the north of you.
No.
I'm gonna take my shield out. I'm gonna equip it because I didn't have it. Can I look around?
Lazy man through here. Hold on a second.
Okay, so I stash my longbow on my back.
Can I look and see what is coming from there?
One moment here. Hold
Mhm.
on.
I'm gonna stealth.
Okay. Thunder vanishes from everybody's sight.
And just to
move
clarify,
trees
there's no
around.
fire.
There's no active fire aside from the torch right now.
Okay. Oh, can I see what's coming?
Currently, you do not. You hear rustling, but you don't see it.
Gonna move behind a tree and make a stealth check. Can I?
Go ahead and make a stealth check. So, Ivar, you did pick up your bow. Not a problem.
I
Excellent.
left my
What are you
torch
doing in
over here,
this
by the way.
Instance.
Sorry. Over here. It's on the floor.
I'm gonna pick my torch back up, and because no one has said anything, I'm gonna put it out.
Okay.
Mine is on fire still. You
And
should
Fury,
be able
what are
to
you
see
doing?
us being stealthy, though. Right?
All he would have seen is you guys duck behind a tree and then not reappear.
Okay.
Sorry, we don't know who this is?
You don't know what it is. Also, you didn't hear anything, Theory.
Right. Okay. I guess I just stay where I am, waiting for Unseen Servant to arrive.
How fast does it move?
At least you're not calling out
20
to
feet
us.
around.
Making the little cloud from Dragon Ball Z.
It's
Little
falling at
sound.
1/3 speed.
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
Has it made it here by now?
I don't think so.
No, we were
It's
pretty
gonna be
fast.
slowly walking like Jason.
Yeah, we were booking it.
God.
It's
Go
gonna
ahead
take a
and
couple
heal
of
up
rounds
with
before
lay
it
on
shows up.
hands.
Yeah.
At some point,
Okay.
you just might as well summon a new one.
It takes 10 minutes.
Like,
It
well, that
does.
one's dead to me.
It takes 10 minutes to do without expending a spell slot, to be specific.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna waste a spell slot on Unseen Servant that only lasts like an hour.
All right. Everybody go ahead and make another perception check for me.
Here
At least I'm
goes.
consistent.
Oof.
Oh,
Sorry.
Oh, no.
A miasma falls over the party.
Okay. So, Therian, you see something poking out from a tree
Oh, freaking
back
hell.
here. As for the rest of you, okay, Torin also notices it. Let's see here.
I thought you said north.
Or to the, sorry, to the, Again, brain fart. West of here.
Oh, then I would have moved to this tree then. Can I do that retroactively?
You did not see it, so no, you have no idea.
But can I still be here?
No,
The only people who see this one right here is currently Torin, Thunder, and Theory, and that's it.
Colonel rolled a 22 on perception on the first check. And
Yeah, but that was
But
for
I wasn't there.
a check to notice
Yeah.
a sound, not seeing something.
Also, I was further away.
Yeah.
So, just to confirm, Effie, can I retroactively change the positioning? Because I did position myself based on the north direction.
he went there. Yeah, he went there when he said north.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's correct. He heard something from the north.
Oh, there
That was
is
not
a
a
north.
mistake.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
good. Sorry. So I'm here.
Yeah.
You said it was a mistake a second ago.
Yeah.
No, I said
confusing.
so. I said that I saw something from the north, or he's.
Absolutely.
Is that what
So
you
we
corrected me on, or that I heard
Oh,
something from the north?
so we
'Cause if
heard
that's the case, you guys can see something in the west, but you heard something from the north.
Sounds good.
Okay, they're both real.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It could be that this thing's looped around. It could be that there's another one. You have no idea.
Yeah.
But you can see something poking out from here.
Well, who can see it, by the way? Torin and Ivar?
So currently, Theory can see it. Torn can see it,
That's it.
and Thunder can see it.
Oh.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay. I think there's another one.
Do I hear him you say
I
that?
light my torch.
Can I hear you?
I can
I'm saying
confirm
it out
there's
loud.
another one.
Okay. At this point, does anybody take any hostile actions?
I'm gonna
Um,
get ready to attack with I will take my pickaxe out and I'll get ready to attack if I see anybody. If anybody comes within my range, I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's a war axe, not a
Thorin?
pickaxe.
What are you doing? Let's go off of initiative here. So I'll skip you when it comes to you.
Yeah, sorry.
Paradin. So Torin, what are you doing?
I'm gonna move a little bit closer to put myself between it and the group. But that's it.
Okay. So Paradin, you are holding your action for when you see something.
No, actually, if I see him move that way, I get very confused. Because I thought it came from the north. So I'll move in this direction and scout. While maintaining
As soon as you
stealth.
step here, I would wager you'd probably see it.
Okay, oh, that one over there?
Yes.
So I'm still stealthing, right?
Yes, it has not noticed you.
Okay, so
Actually, let me roll to see if it notices you. Hold on.
Mhm.
Perception. It does not.
okay. So I'll go. Let me see. So I have 20 feet of movement left.
Yep.
I'll
What you do?
try to be over here then.
Okay.
And I don't see anything to the north of us at the moment.
Make a perception check. That will take your action to do, because you're actively looking for something.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Perception coming up.
No.
Okay.
You don't see anything.
So I'll move over there. And I'm assuming that it's moved somehow or something.
You don't know?
Yep.
All right. Theory. What are you doing? You can see it from where you are.
I am going to move here behind this tree.
Okay.
I am going to stealth.
Okay, so that's your action to stealth up.
Yep.
13. All right.
And I am going to. Let's see. I'm going to give a bardic inspiration to Thorn.
Okay, Torin. First off, what do you do to inspire Torin?
Let's see.
Because you probably would have done this, I assume, before you stealthed up. Otherwise, you probably would be giving your position away.
You're right. Correct.
He's gonna play his music stealthily.
That thing is
I'm
getting
not really
worse.
sure how you.
I'm going to.
I'm not really sure how someone follows bardic inspiration with stealth in one turn.
I am going to stealthily encourage him by whispering amazing grace to him.
Okay then.
Whispering.
So
That's not-
within the
that's-
6-second window, you rapidly whisper all of the entirety.
It sounds like a goddamn Dead Space trailer.
Hey man, it's
All right.
religious and that's how it needs to be.
Sure. So,
I have
That's the
faith it
action.
will work.
that's your action and bonus action. And so are you assuming you're staying there?
Yep.
Nope.
just
Moving
sticking
anywhere
here.
else? Okay. This thing is going to go ahead and move closer. Torin, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Okie dokie.
See what happens.
And I'm gonna do that right there.
Dang it!
Feeling pretty
Okay.
good about that.
Yeah, so you shrug off the effect.
Hey, it's being hostile. What a dick.
You said a swear. You're gonna go to hell now. Or whatever.
taking
He's a
it with
paladin,
me.
but he's not quite that kind of paladin.
Oh, thanks. You never take me nice places.
He's paladin,
So-
but not that paladin.
Paradin and Thunder. You guys unfortunately get blindsided by a scarecrow that managed to sneak up on you guys.
How
And because of the fact that it managed to sneak up on you guys, let's see here. It's
Sneak up
gonna
on me
take,
if I heard it coming.
just because you hear it doesn't mean you know exactly where it is.
Thunder's still in a tree, right?
Yeah, I haven't divided my attention or turned to the west one at all. The last thing
Well,
that
in that
happened
case,
is I
it
heard the
sneaks
one
up
from the
on-
north.
on Paradin. So Paradin, these are going to be an advantage, unfortunately, because you didn't notice it.
Mm-hmm.
Does a 19 hit your armor class?
It does.
Okay, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw as you get clawed in the back.
Oof.
Okay, you do succeed.
Ah,
So again, you feel a chilling sensation as the claws contact you.
I
Chill
I
and
shrug
of
off-
burnings.
yeah.
Oh! Okay, this one hits. I gotta stop rolling natural 20s. I gotta stop doing it.
Oh, by the way,
So you take
yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
10 points of slashing damage,
Oh my God.
in addition to the 5 from the previous attack, if I didn't already say so.
No, you didn't.
So you take in total,
Jesus.
you take 15 points of slashing damage,
I am almost.
and I need you to make another wisdom saving throw.
Wow.
This is why everyone's got to get a tree.
Okay, here goes another wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so that is a failure.
Can I roll?
Luckily, you're
no,
not paralyzed.
No.
Can you?
I'm gonna roll my inspiration on that.
Did you get inspiration?
I did a while back, and now I don't anymore.
How long back exactly?
Oh, that's true. That's when I took an old woman up to my bedroom.
Yeah, no, inspiration
Oh,
only
that
lasts 10 minutes.
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
like
like
a week
that was
ago.
That was like 3 days ago at least, yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
yeah. So, do
So,
carry
no,
on with
you
my
know,
death.
And even so, a D6 inspiration die wouldn't have mattered.
Oh, are you talking
Yeah.
Bardic inspiration or GM inspiration?
GM inspiration.
Oh, right. I did give you a point of GM inspiration, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh right.
You said that
So
I can
yes,
roll
wait.
go
again.
ahead and roll another D20.
Wait,
Another wisdom
do
save.
I also have GM
I
inspiration?
forgot about that.
Okay.
I have a dragon in the box. Is that what that is?
No.
Oh, that still
Wait,
doesn't.
a dragon in the box, then. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Did you
was.
give us both inspiration for that?
Yeah, you get. You
I think
get-
it did,
yeah,
happened?
Yeah, yeah.
That's so long
So
ago.
unfortunately, that's still a failure.
Yes, I mean,
So you are considered to be frightened from this thing.
I bet.
Let me see here.
Oh, I'm gonna
Frightened. So, frightened creature, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight, and you are unable to willingly move closer to the source of your fear.
Oh, that's not too
So,
bad.
as long as you can see this thing, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, and you cannot move closer to it.
Mm-hmm.
Is he only frightened or is he frightened and paralyzed?
He is only frightened.
Oh, that's fine.
The claws
say that.
only frighten you, not paralyze you.
Well, paralyze is way worse.
I have the biggest gash on my back that you've ever seen, and you don't know how I'm
Yeah.
still alive, by the way.
Yeah. Well, it's just that if paralyze
Oh,
happens
now that he
to
attacked
you,
it, everybody can see it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just that if paralyze happens to you, they have advantage on all attacks, and they crit automatically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
Paralyze
pretty
is bad.
bad.
All right, Ivar, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna move here. That's 30 movement.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack with my short sword.
Just,
Go ahead and
just
make an
gonna
attack
leave just gonna leave the dwarf to die.
Yeah, he's gonna kill us both.
Apparently, that's a hit. Go and roll damage. Okay, that deals. So, so once again, the sword goes in, just butter, knife through butter. It just goes straight in, no resistance. Straight out, no resistance.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to do much.
Yeah, I don't
to
think
it.
that's doing any damage.
Still have your bonus action.
Can I light the torch that I have?
That is an action to do, unfortunately.
Okay.
You could, yeah. There are a couple
With
of
mine
torches
on fire, could he get away with a use item on it? maybe?
Yours is not on fire though, because you put it out.
I lit it
You-
once I saw the one.
Oh, okay.
back
Sorry.
there.
Yeah, sorry.
Did
I also don't want to kill the team. I'm sorry.
Oh, we're all gonna die.
I think I'm gonna die.
I mean, you're currently
I'd
you're
say-
the one dying.
it wouldn't take an action, but it would take your bonus action. So yes, you can go ahead and use your object interaction essentially
Okay.
to light the torch off of Paradin's existing one.
I will do that.
Okay, so you have a long sword in one hand and a torch in the other.
Short sword in one hand and torch in
Or,
the
sorry,
other. Yeah.
short sword. Yes.
Yep.
Right. So, Thunder, you're about 10 feet up or so. You are out of reach of the Scarecrow, despite how it looks.
I would hope so.
So, what do you do?
I miss my druid tricks. I'm thinking of like, oh wow, I've definitely played characters that had like fun tricks that could solve this problem a little better.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not really a lot of ways. I don't really have ways of creating like barriers between claw monster and dwarf and stuff like that. Well,
I mean, you do have other spells.
not a lot.
yeah, we're all on level 2. We're
Yeah.
earning our level 3 here, boys.
We haven't gained a lot of variety yet. Pretty much gonna throw a fireball at it.
Okay. Make an
How
attack
does
roll.
Bardic Inspiration work? Do I add it?
So
do I
you can
declare
add it
before?
to let me scroll up here. So you can add it to one attack roll, ability check, or saving throw that you make. So you don't have to spend it immediately.
Do you have to declare it before you attack?
No, I don't believe so. Let me check. Creature can wait until after it rolls the d20 before deciding to use the inspiration die, but must decide before the DM says whether the roll succeeds or fails.
Ah, so I get to know how good my roll is, but I don't get to know if it succeeds.
Correct.
Correct.
Ooh,
Gotcha.
So you
that's
have
cool.
to
All right.
decide whether or not.
So
Bardic
firebolt. I'm gonna add Bardic Inspiration.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d6. Okay. With the recalling the moment of inspiration as you heard the sound of theory playing and then asking wait. Or just saying, wait. You refocus yourself and fire your firebolt enough to hit this thing. Go ahead and roll damage.
Hey.
Oh!
That's a max damage roll.
Yes, it is.
It's not critical though.
Oh man. So this thing screeches
towers.
loudly as parts of it are burned off immediately, just gone.
Hopefully,
It's
just an
kinda like
arm
the-
came off or something.
Not unfortunately not. It looks like most of its left leg and part of its torso is now gone.
I imagine bardic inspiration is like that moment in Star Wars where Luke has to shoot the Death Star, and Obi-Wan's like, Luke, use the Force. But that with a really shitty flute. So the person's just like really focusing on something. It's like, oh, I have the flute right here. It's like, oh yes, I must kill. Like,
Oh, jeez.
Use the Force, Luke.
So, that is your action. You still have your bonus action and your movement. Or are you going to hide in your tree?
I'm not
hide in your tree.
tree.
Okay.
I almost died today.
All right. I'm gonna flank this thing. So 5, 10 to go through Ivar. 15, 20, 25, 30.
That tickled.
That tickled.
And then let's strike this thing with my torch.
Okay, make an attack roll with advantage.
and remember you have bardic inspiration.
I'm gonna go
Not
with
that-
double
Oh
nat 20.
my god! Damn. So-
I'm gonna divine smite that.
Okay. I
Oh
figured you
my
would.
god.
So roll double your dice that you normally would for your divine smite,
Fucking double.
and then you get 2
crits.
points. So, oh man, oh jeez. Okay. So you
Was
deal
there a crater?
2. So unfortunately, natural 20s only double dice, and not.
Those were pretty low rolls
Standard
on this
damage.
smite.
They were.
Yep. So you deal 15 points of radiant damage and 1 point of fire. So in total, okay. So parts of this thing is just, again, unfortunately, poor Ivar who's standing behind it gets a mouthful of ash as this thing is just parts of it are blown apart in just this radiant flash. Similar to how the other Scarecrow is looking now. Most of its torso is now just missing. It's just gone. And it's barely keeping itself together. At the torso, anyway. The rest of it are still pretty corporeal. But it looks like it's not doing so great. Another
That's
hit
my
like
whole
that,
turn.
it's gonna be gone. It's like, damn. Alright. Paradin.
I think.
Damn.
Okay.
I think right around now, Torin's like, "Why won't this just die?" mode.
die?
Yeah. So I'm gonna shout from here. Thunder's in trouble here. And, and I'm gonna rotate around over here.
Okay.
I can do that, right? Even though I'm frightened.
You'd be able to squeeze through, yep.
Okay.
Do you have to appeal to them on my grounds because they won't save you?
It's complicated. I would need to get seriously out of character for explaining. And also it's sort of spoilery, so let's not do that. And I'm gonna ready defense. What is it called? To defend?
Take a dodge action?
Take a dodge action, yeah. That's what
Okay.
I'm gonna do over here. That's my turn.
Alright. So, Theory. What are you doing?
Where is Unseen Servant?
It should be here by
Still
now.
nowhere near here. It's nowhere near.
Oh god. Okay.
It can move 10 feet per, or 20 feet per bonus action he uses. And it was like a 300-foot dash to get here.
Yeah.
So
He's never getting here
Okay.
anytime.
it's gonna take like another 11 turns or so
Oh
to get
my
here.
god, it's even more than I thought.
Then I'm going to. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna do a spell.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Bane
Oh, here we go. All right.
onto the two visible Scarecrows.
And what's the save for Bane?
The save for Bane, charisma saving.
Oh, goody.
I'm sure
These
they
things
have
are-
the most points.
These
in
things
that
are
possible.
actually, they're better at charisma than pretty much everything else.
Oh my god.
What?
They're
How do they have any charisma? They're literally just scarecrows.
They're just resilient as opposed to charisma.
Exactly. They're specifically good at intimidate. which
Okay,
is a
and what's your
charisma
DC?
check.
My DC.
Scarecrows are defined by their charisma, Andrew.
No.
Intimidate check is all they have. That's the premise of a scarecrow.
Yeah, and they don't work, which is why like birds go on top of them.
So, what's your save DC theory?
I think these ones work.
Sorry, where do I check my save DC?
I just checked it.
These ones work too well. They scared away all the villagers.
Save DC.
Yeah.
Okay, so they both fail.
Oh,
So they, I believe, if I recall, for the next minute, have a D4 that they have to roll to subtract from their attack rolls and saving throws.
Oh, that's not too
If I'm not
bad.
mistaken.
That might have saved
So let's
me
go ahead and put a skill on for Bane,
for the next 6 rounds, basically. Right?
and make sure you mark that you are concentrating on that spell.
Okay. Here's the spell for everyone else who wants to see.
Yep. Oops. There we go.
So
So-
that would be my turn.
Okay. Speaking of the end of your turn. Ooh, let's see here. What does the Scarecrow want to do?
It wants
it's a
to
bad
flee.
spot.
Forever.
I think this thing is sick and tired of where it's at. However, Ivar, make a wisdom saving throw for me as this thing begins to glare at you.
Okay.
If that thing moves, it's getting an
So
attack.
you feel a chill run up your spine as you are paralyzed with fear.
Holy crap.
You for the next until the end of this thing's next turn, you are paralyzed and frightened of it,
Okay.
and that is all it's going to do. Its turn. The Scarecrow here is going to go ahead and attempt to attack Paradin.
Of course.
As I accidentally close the Scarecrow page. Hold on here, Scarecrow. Haha. Okay.
So I get a +4 to... Oh, no. How many...
It has a -4 that it has to roll.
No. My dodge action is a +1? Or plus...
No, they have disadvantage to attack you.
Oh, okay. I see.
So it's going to go ahead and attempt to claw at you. First attack is a miss.
I'm at 17 right now. The armor class.
Okay, what is your armor class?
17.
Okay, second one is also a miss. Even without rolling the d4s. So, luckily for you,
Yeah.
this thing swipes at you, but you're able to duck out of the way
Let-
as you are at 2 hit points.
Yeah.
Paradin. My goodness. So, Ivar, you are paralyzed with fear. You cannot do anything.
Excellent.
Thunder, what are you doing?
Rinse and repeat.
Okay, make an
I
attack
have
roll.
a very specific, super effective attack. Boom! Whoa!
That's a hit.
Nice.
Go and roll damage.
God damn my rolls today on attack. Less
Hey.
good still.
This thing is still standing, but it looks like it's on its last limbs. In this case, quite literally, as part of the other limb just burned off.
If it could just stop running, if it could just stop having limbs.
Yes.
Torrid.
Wait,
Yeah.
which limb burned off?
Let's go ahead
Right.
and strike
Did it
this
lose a
thing with my
leg or
torch.
something?
I don't have
Oh.
advantage anymore with Ivar
don't.
paralyzed, right?
That's correct.
That's good enough.
That does hit. So that is 1 point of fire damage.
Yep.
Okay. Still standing.
Fear me, ugly scarecrow thing.
That's not very intimidating.
I went from 15 to 1 point, or 16 to 1 point.
Yep.
That's it.
Paradin.
Do I see what the other? Do I see the other scarecrow? Because I saw it before.
I'd say probably not from here.
but
no.
I don't know their.
Not with a tree in the way.
I don't know that they're. So I don't know what's going on in there. I hear this. I hear the fighting, I suppose.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna take a dodge action. Stay here. I'm gonna look at Thunder, and I'm gonna say, "Make sure they're all right as well. I can hold this one."
You super can't.
And I'm yeah.
Yeah, no, you really can't. Okay. So, Theory, what are you doing?
There's not really much I can do. I don't have any kind of weapon that can harm them.
Drag Ivar away from it.
How?
That?
There's a size difference that how does that work?
I think you can still grapple. I think it's two sizes.
You can grapple a creature one size larger than you.
Yeah.
In this case, he is one size larger than him, so.
I don't even think could I. I guess I technically could grapple.
It's really funny looking.
You can move once by pulling him, but the attack of opportunity will still trigger or want it. I think
Ivar would not have moved willingly out of range.
Oh.
That's correct.
Yeah, you don't get attack of opportunity for being like knocked out of range.
Interesting.
So technically, I guess that would be this.
So I can like shoulder check.
Feels a little loopholey.
Yeah, I'm
it's super loopholey.
I'm thinking of ways of doing that. Like, I really want to go towards you, but I'm just gonna step out if you don't mind. Unwillingly.
You could do a sweet backflip.
Yeah.
That way you'll die upside down.
Yeah.
So what do you do in theory?
Shit.
Show us what you're made of, short stuff.
Short stuff.
Damn.
Is there any fire in the vicinity?
Just
I
Only the
believe
fire
that
and-
my
Or
Ivar
the
is
fire in your
holding a
heart.
torch right now. He
Yeah.
is currently paralyzed, though.
You could just
He
grab
could
his hand and
you
like
could
go-
grab the torch from him.
Okay. I'm gonna run behind him.
Okay. Let's see if you can make it back there.
You can go through him.
Are you right?
It's only difficult
Through
terrain.
space? You're gonna squeeze. Okay. Yeah, you can
I
make
mean,
that there.
I'm also like 3'3".
You'd
I
have
think I
5.
can-
You'd have 5 more feet of movement because you still
Okay.
have to be squeezing between a tree and Ivar.
But you
It's
can,
basically a tree right now.
you can move into his square. It's just difficult terrain.
Yeah.
But don't forget that
okay.
if you do that, you get into the creature's range, which means you get attack of opportunity if you leave it.
Okay, so I'm gonna be behind him, and the point here is I'm going to grab the arm that has the torch.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing it forward into the scarecrow.
Okay.
no way you can do that.
Why? If I have the strength, I can most certainly pull his arm.
That's a good
Make
point.
a strength check with disadvantage
Oh.
It's like those goddamn.
Why am I
Quicksilver.
disadvantaged?
because you're trying to swing a creature's arm who is currently locked in place by paralysis.
Ooh, you can do it. You can do it.
I guess that's true.